Welcome to the first home walkthrough of Mali season. Today we find ourselves in the beautiful medieval town of Torri in Umbria. We are looking at a medieval home that was built hundreds and hundreds of years ago. This gorgeous property was created by combining two units into a single house and a narrow rectangular garden, complete with spectacular views. The property is described as a townhouse with garden and court. The total surface area is about 4,000 square feet with a 1,600 square foot garden and 7 rooms. Our real estate agent and dear friend David Dolce can be reached on the numbers set out below. We arrive at the beautiful Castle Torri, built in 1250 AD. The stonework is amazing. As we pan, you see renovation of units, see all the cranes that are up, and we are greeted by beautiful birdsong. The stonework is simply mesmerizing. Castle Torri has beautiful cobbled roads, and you see these stone walls and stone buildings everywhere. A beautiful vineyard greets us from the neighbor's wall. This property is particularly important to Maria and I. When we first decided to come out to Italy, this was one of the very, very first we found, and it ticked many boxes for us. As we look across the different gambit of properties that are available, what was very important to us was to go and look at a medieval property. Let's listen to David's thoughts.
We have the main entrance.
Yes.
There, few steps that leads to a taverna.
Yes.
Underground. This was completely a ruin. There are pictures inside. The current owner restored it. So they have been living here for almost 20 years.
Okay.
Before we go inside, it is important to understand the combined house was created by bringing two units together. The first unit is in green, and that is where we are going to start before we go to the second unit in blue. The first unit, we will start on the ground floor, then go to the first floor and migrate back to the lower floor.
It was so cozy when the owner were here. There are two fireplaces. I saw with my eyes work perfectly.
This room was the singular reason we decided to visit this property. A beautiful dining room and a very large, comfortable sitting space around a gorgeous, gorgeous fireplace. And then there's the view. We look out the window and across the valley at the beautiful mountains. We are inside the first unit in the living space where there is a kitchen next to us. When it comes to originality and to detail, this apartment has it all. The stairs and the floors are covered in gorgeous terracotta tiles. There's a beautiful stonework on the fireplace. You see the terracotta ceilings and the wooden beams above us. Here we catch a glimpse of the entrance into the second apartment, but more importantly, we are headed into the kitchen. The kitchen is well appointed. There is a fridge in front of you hidden behind the doors. There is a stove and there is an oven. The kitchen sink has 2 basins, room for the coffee maker on the counter, a dishwasher also under the counter, and again, beautiful views. I take a quick peek inside just to have a look at the original stone construction for the kitchen. We look around for additional storage space and think about ideas of what we would do if we were to buy this place. We head back into the lounge. We get a glimpse of where we go down to the lower story. Before we go, beautiful Maria on the camera pans the front door for us. We head out to the window where you can see the parking spot and the home behind. Now it is time to head upstairs to the upper floor. Remember, we're still in the first unit and there are 3 floors. Let's pause and take a quick look at the map. The upper or first floor has a large double bedroom and bathroom. The room easily houses a queen-size bed, a large armoire and a dresser. Another window overlooks the neighbors. We move into the bathroom, which has a basin, currently has a bath with a shower connection, and toilet. We wanted to do a refresh on the bathroom. A best estimate as we stand here is somewhere between 3 and 5,000 euro, based on the fittings we would select. We are back in the upstairs bedroom yet again. Maria draws back the curtain, showing another house behind us that is currently being renovated. The room is also large enough to accommodate a small desk on the right. We're about to peer out the window, take in the views, and see the beautiful working olive farm below. Heading back down to the main floor, we pause the video so you can take in the true size of this room. At a biscuit over 225 pounds and about 5'11", I am a good size adult. This sitting area would easily accommodate 5 to 6 people where I am and a person where David is sitting. He remembers that there is a light to highlight the fireplace.
Yeah.
Oh, it's nice.
To do steak and salsiccia, sausage.
Yeah. I love this metal, like, I don't know how to call it, pictures in metal with the deers.
Maria, what you can do is put a 3-seater against that wall, bring a 2-seater in here, and then have 2 single chairs, and you'll have a great sitting area. Modernizing with couches and the sitting chairs would take away from the house's authenticity. David leads the charge to the lower floor unit. Here we are greeted by a large master bedroom with ensuite bath and access to the garden. The consistency in fittings and finish is wonderful. Again, the warm terracotta floors as we step into the master. The master can easily take a large king-size bed along with a couch. Maria and I toyed with putting in our own settee also. The door to the right leads out to a lower patio, and the bathroom is just as well appointed as the previous. This time we are greeted by a shower. If you're thinking to do a refresh on that bathroom, with our fittings we would have thought in the vicinity of about 3,000 euro. Here we exit into the garden. The garden starts with this little terrace, and Maria already has pictures of me running up and down the stairs with coffee as she takes in the Umbrian countryside. Looking back up at the stone facade just highlights the magnificence of this beautiful home. A tree next to the terrace, and then we're onto the hedge. The garden is a narrow rectangular shape. Beautiful Maria, with camera in hand, heads up towards the end of the garden. What we love about David is his intimate knowledge of the area and the environment. We will go back to the view and have him explain exactly what we're looking at.
Montefalco, Foligno beyond that hill, and Assisi Spello.
Maria, these views go on.
And on, and on, and on.
And it's very peaceful here.
Yes. 15 minutes to Todi.
Yeah. And another 15 minutes to Montefalco. It's exactly between.
Having bathed in the beautiful views, we head back into the master bedroom area. You may recall there was a door leading to a lower patio. Let's see what is behind that wooden door.
Since no one has been living here, it needs to be cleaned. When they will come, they will clean it. Okay, but you have also this little part.
Access to
Okay, but this is also the other part, the owner would have the access.
The lower patio is right beneath the front door and would be a wonderful place to put in a small table and enjoy coffee in the summer.
And there is a little lamp, see?
Yep.
This place can be so nice if you're doing properly.
Still in the first unit, we head back up the stairs. Beautiful Maria, with camera in hand, captures the window alcoves. The stonework, again, is stunning. We had a peek of the ceiling and saw the terracotta tiles on the wood. Nice steel railing and terracotta tiles on the floors of the steps. We're about to approach the second unit. Let's see what that has to offer. We leave the living area of the first unit and walk through the internal access into the second unit and onto the ground floor. Here there is also a large sitting room. This second unit, like the first, has 3 floors. There's a lower, ground, and upper floor. We will start our journey here on the ground floor. The floors in the living room are beautifully done. Peeking up, you see the terracotta ceiling and the wood beams again. Looking back up, there's a mezzanine layer. There is exposed brickwork, which just adds to the ambience. A gorgeous stone fireplace and 2 large patio doors taking you outside. I think what caught us the most about this room was just how much light came in. Many of the medieval places can be very, very dark. The mezzanine's windows almost form a glass wall.
This is study.
Yeah, that could be also another bedroom, but it's useful to have a study here. Or you can put a sofa bed, over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's another sitting room, very nice. Yeah.
And it have an exit outside,
Yeah,
right?
it's a French door, so it's another. You can go outside.
We leave the study and go back into the sitting area here in the second unit. At the top of those stairs, we find the upper floor or mezzanine level, a sitting area for taking in the views. This area is accessed from this corner of the sitting room using the wooden staircase. The wooden staircase could be pulled back further to offer a more gentle climb by adding additional steps. We are struck straight away by the exposed stonework and again the wooden beams. Love the attention to detail. Maria goes up to the window so that you can take a peek back out across this extraordinary valley. The views in this house continue to stun us. Looking back at the ceiling and going down, you develop a full appreciation of just how much work goes into laying this floor in the restoration.
But first of all, you should see the service bathroom. Be careful your hands.
Yeah, yes.
And a kind of laundry. It's used
Oh, yes.
on display,
Oh, yes, this room we've been thinking. What is this? Yes.
On the plan, this room shows as a studio with the WC, and it's probably one of the more interesting rooms. What we were thinking of doing is actually splitting the room, using half the room, the area where I am, for the laundry and for additional storage, while keeping the WC. We would actually raise a wall and put a little door on the WC for privacy, as there is already a hand basin in there too, and we feel this is something that is easily achievable. It is time to go downstairs and see the last floor of this beautiful second unit.
Honey, you need to be careful, okay? Just watch every step.
Yes, my love.
Thank you.
The last floor is a large and near-continuous space. It is our favorite space in this house and could easily be converted into a number of rooms. The room has a temporary divider in it to create different spaces. Maria turns around and allows us to see the almost continuous space to the left, the dining room which could probably seat 12, and then this temporary space. Our thought was to potentially add another bathroom and bedroom down here. The exact mechanics would definitely need an architect's involvement, but it has the space to do that. Up these stairs on the left was the little inner patio we had off the master suite from Unit 1, and it does make for that connection. Again, huge glass just lets in so much light. Another thought we had was to potentially convert the area we are in now into a kitchen and a sitting area,
This arch.
or add yet another bedroom and bathroom area with 2 beds and baths in that large area in the center. This would be a magnificent space. The stone arches are a huge highlight for us, and the massive beam is something to behold. 2-dimensional video doesn't come close to sharing that magnificent tree that today is holding up that roof. Windows on this side of the house look out over the garden and onto the valley below. While we are down here looking through this area, David shows up and literally lights up the room. This will give you a feeling for the stonework and how they've blended the bricks and these arches together. I will tell you that the architecture was simply marvelous for us, and that the flow indoors and outdoors, because of the exit to the garden right in front of David, and you may recall the inner patio on the left, just gives the space such a wonderful contiguous effect. Of note was that rock, which clearly they had built around rather than broken up. The light down here, absolutely wonderful. Let's step outside the second unit.
And we are again in the garden.
Yes.
The property is near all the major services. Nearby towns include Todi, Montefalco, Foligno, Trevi, just to mention a few. The property is in a more rural setting and ideal for those looking for peace and quiet while at home. Umbria is located in the middle of the country. Tuscany, Lazio, Marche, and Abruzzo are the neighbors to Umbria. The capital is Perugia. The castle is an hour and 40 minutes to the center of Rome. Heading north, we're approximately 47 minutes from Perugia. Florence can be reached by car in 2 hours and 20 minutes. Before we leave, let's walk around the neighborhood and check out Torri. Across the street, a renovation project has started in this beautiful stone house. Let's take in the sights and sounds. Come with us as we finish the walking tour.